Hello everybody. Hi, how's it going? Yeah, so today we're gonna do work on some art stuff. Put some music in the background. Yeah, so we're gonna keep we haven't done like an art stream in forever, so I guess hey everybody, welcome. I'm very hot. Had a very long day at work, so I'm a little tired too, but I wanted to do some art because man, I feel like I haven't really worked on NEMESIS since like a little bit now. So let's get right into it. Hey Thunderbird, what's up? Welcome to the stream, buddy. Yeah, so we haven't done really much with NEMESIS since we last worked on him. So let's pop it out. The last one I think we did was working on the female character. So we've done a big ass jump. Hey, funny enough, there she is right there. Last time I touched her. So yeah, NEMESIS. What was the last thing I was doing? Was I working on his teeth, I think? Are these hitting? There they are. Let me see if I can pull up as well. Pure Ref. Okay, cool. So Pure Ref can look. Okay, so we're gonna open up Pure Ref as well. Drag this bad boy over here. Oh, so it's just on my screen. Okay, so I can't really drag Pure Ref around as I wanted to, but it's okay. We're just closing them. Alright, so NEMESIS is almost done, at least the teeth wise, and skin has some more details we have to work on. But I think we're at a good point that I think I'm going to start polymorphing a little bit more, adding more. Obviously we can add a little bit more detail to the bullet holes that he would eventually get, and also add maybe his stitching. The other thing I did that's a little different from the reference, so I'm going to turn on the reference real quick for it. Check. So the reference has it more like that. I went more with like the skin is like, the idea was that the skin was drooping a little bit more. And he also has a lot more detailing in the eye. See? Much more detailing. And going into the eye socket, we can't see the top of the brow, but there's a lot more work over here than in mine's. So we're gonna try to clean up a little bit more mine's. Mine's is more like a little droopy, so we're gonna adjust a little bit the eye and see what we can do something from there, I guess, right? Okay, let me turn on this too. No need to subdivide. Yes. So I might end the stream not like kind of early because I wanted to do maybe like 2 hours, but my room is like unbearably hot because our AC kind of kaput. So, and I haven't had a chance to buy a fan. I kind of regret it now that I'm home. I should have bought a fan before coming back home. And man, it is just terrible. So we block this out so we can not make any adjustments to the eye that we don't want to like affect the top of his eye, you know? Obviously he does have eyelids, so it would not make any sense to not make eyelids, so we're gonna try to make them real quick. Although it's gonna be a little weird. Brush clay buildup. See, the problem is that like the eyelids themselves might be. I think I might have messed up in this because I think what I should have done probably was make semicircles or half two circle spheres, cut them in half, and then make the eyelids off of that instead of like working off the brow, which I think I still have enough time to do. We could do that. Let's just actually, you know what? We will do that right now. We will eliminate this. Eliminate that. Can I make it more open? We will then also add a sphere. Because it's like way too built up. You see it? Oh. Whoop. Let's remove some of the layering for this. Let us now append a tool, append sphere, focus, rotate it. Oh, wrong target. -90 degrees. Okay. Extract, split, blah, blah, blah. Extract. Okay. Are they separate meshes? Let me see. going to then scroll down. Ah, geometry. Z-remesh it. Cool. Also on one mesh. No! What is this? Why is there a hole there? Oh no. Did not see this. Okay, so we're gonna delete this. Okay. Look at that. We forgot to miss a spot. What? Did not get it. Okay, cool. Now we will do that again. Extrude, accept. Right, separate that. So we're going to then remesh it. Should be two, yeah, it should be all one sphere now. Then we're gonna isolate this one. And we're gonna go split hidden. There we go. Actually, I kind of did that a little too early. Let's keep them on for now. And then we turn this on. Okay. Then we're gonna merge down. Merge down. Okay. And merge down. Okay. Then we're going to then go back to NEMESIS. We are going to shrink this now. Although the eye has a lot more mesh than the has a lot more mesh than the other one. We're gonna try to make sure to downsize it a little bit because it is kind of heavy on the data, so we're gonna have to bring it down by like a lot in order for us to combine it without any issues. Should be good, yeah. Alright, then we're gonna do split, group split, okay. Should be not too many, okay, yeah, cool. Huh, okay. As we can see, Nemesis eyelid is a little bit further down. We could adjust that a little bit more, which I think we will actually. So we're gonna merge again. Merge down. Merge down. We're gonna go down a little bit. Why is it thing here? Right there, okay. Oh. Focus. Nemesis eyelid is like around here. Okay, cool. Then we're gonna group split again. we're good here now, actually. Let me see how it looks on from the side, too. Yeah, that's fine, I think. Yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with that, actually. The fun part is going to be when we work on his body, but for now, let's make sure to get like all the details of his face as close as possible. Alright, then we're going to go back to split. Group split. Yep. Alright, let's focus on the bottom eyelids because it's like the easiest one we can kind of really say that's like... Oh, sorry. Brush my feet. We want to get a little bit bigger. That way, when we're shaping it, there won't be too much weird distortion. And we're going to bring this up a little bit more. And then we're going to adjust the top one more accordingly as well. We're going to push this up a little bit. Push it down. See the focus again on the illustration real quick. Oh, hey Martin, that's good. I'm glad it's making you want to do a little bit of art. And let's rotate this. Actually, let's go to solo. Adjust our framing a little bit to this, so just to bring it out more from the outside in. As we can see the back of the eyelid. Although we won't see the back of the eyelid, I want to make sure it's kind of similar, so it's easier for us to kind of get an idea. Well, it's too close. Always happens. Ah! Wow! Let's see if we can expand it a little bit more and bring it down more the eyelid. See if we can see it looks more like it's gonna be like kind of like a droopiness to it. Yeah, see, then we're getting the eye overlapping a little bit, so we want to make sure to pop it out. More. Let's get the bottom of the eyelid now. Bottom eyelid is always difficult because you need to like make sure to balance it a little bit better than the top one, because the top one is like just over the eye, so it's not too much of a hassle in comparison to normal eyeballs. We'll turn off the other eye because the other eye's kind of messing us up a little bit. We also have to adjust the scar location. As you can see, like it's more like dead center right here. We need to angle it more because it's very symmetrical. I've come to realize in my illustration of it, it's kind of symmetrical. So we're gonna move it a little bit more to the right, and then try to adjust it now more accordingly to what Nemesis would normally have it as. Also, we have to add more teeth. The row of teeth right now is kind of like a little goofy. He's like that rapper. What's his name? The one with the... What's the name of the one that made the music video with Beltofin? No, wait, or Beltofin used him as music? I don't know, whatever. The Goomba guy. Nemesis looks like him right now. Thank you, appreciate it. I feel more comfortable making monsters and scary stuff than humans, because humans take too much real anatomy. It's hard. Anatomy's hard. Give me 1 sec. Hold on. Let me take a little quick sip of my toddy pop. So Martin, you just got here. So I was gonna say, Oh. Yeah. I was saying that right now my house is kind of has no AC, so I am like sweating bullets over here right after leaving work. So it's been not a great combination. So I'm very tired, very hot, doing art. Yeah, and it's hot here over where I live, so it's like ugh. My soda that was in the fridge, cold. It's not almost like kind of room like semi cold. That's how hot it is. And I took it out like maybe like a couple of minutes ago. So that's like how hot it is in my room right now. I feel more bad for my dogs because they're huskies. So like it's I want to go buy a fan, but I think Walmart's closed. I have a fan, like I have a floor lamp. I mean floors like sorry, a roof. Wait, yeah, roof fan, but it's not getting the job done anymore. So I need to make sure to like get something else for them. Hopefully we can get it fixed soon, but man, it is a little rough. It looks like Nemesis's eye is a little bit more down, so let's put this down a little bit more. Like right around there. And then put this down a little bit more. Kind of a fox eye a little bit, huh? A little bit. Yeah, he has a little mischievous eye. Okay, so now let's build the clay around it now. So we already have the eyes set. We will adjust the eye a little bit more once we start building up the clay a little bit. Perspective, where are you? Perspective. Ooh, perspective messing me up. Alright. I would never understand this perspective key. I understand it, but I don't. I'm not a big fan of it. Okay, so if we look at Nemesis, let's look at the reference art again. It's building up from that onto the top of this surface. So we can like just do a little bit right there, build up the brow, and then we should be pretty good, I think. Yeah, for sure. Actually, let me see. Alexa, at what time does Walmart close?
Walmart Supercenter on Northeast 163rd Street.
Ah, yeah, that's close. Yes. Yeah, I know. I muted it right on time. Spending 6 hours is a long time. Yeah, but that's the focusing on small detailing is always difficult. Alright, let's get back on there. The eye. Let's turn off the perspective. I mean, turn off the background because we don't need it as much anymore. We're gonna do some clay buildup now. Brush clay buildup. Just not going too heavy on it. Go a little bit lower in subdivision, that way we can get a little bit more work on it. See, what I don't want to do is build this up too much, so we're gonna block this out a little bit. I don't want to build this up, so we're gonna divide that. There we go. Eesh. Yeah, I'm genuinely glad I managed to pick up ZBrush before Maximo or whatever the current company is owner of it, because I would hate to do subscription of like ZBrush or Maya, which I know there is a subscription right now for Maya. Like they've been doing the subscription for Maya and people are hating it. Okay, hot take, anything with art should not have a subscription. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard, and forcing artists to like having to pay is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my goddamn life. If you're in the industry, sure, it should be an industry standard to have the best version of it. But if you are forcing people who don't have enough money, aka normal people who usually do art, to force them to like have to pay a premium just to do art, is the most evil thing in my opinion. Sure, you can do improvement upon it. I don't think I've heard a single person would be mad if you. Yeah, no, that sucks. Just hearing that sucks. That's so not cool. We are not getting enough of the clay buildup, I see. We're gonna have to do it this way. Solar real quick. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, look, be honest with me. If you had the opportunity to like choose between paying like, all right, let's do something kind of extravagant. Let's do like $500, right? Let's say you pay $500 for a program, right? I feel like at that point you should own it. Like it's so dumb that you have to pay them constantly just to use something to create art. I despise that so much. That's why I'm honestly surprised Blender teaming up with Wacom that makes me both happy and nervous, you know, because what does that mean for the future? Like if it's an actual partnership where they're not going to raise the premium, I'm glad, but like, no, but still that's kind of ridiculous though for a monthly payment. Yeah, but still, like, let's say, God forbid, let's say life gets busy and you're unable to do art. What do? You have months paid off, but you're unable to do art due to maybe a tablet breaking, PC breaking, or stuff like that, right? And it's always, and then just work naturally sometimes with some people, like myself included. Then yeah, I would be okay with that. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. I would be, see, like that's more reasonable. Alright, so Nemesis. Let's build a more clay in the back of the eye, I think. Right here. Yeah. Yep. Totally agree with you. Like, I don't know. It's predatory. I think is the best word I want to describe it. It's like, it's extremely predatory, because people make a living off of this, and you're forcing people to have to pay the subscription based on their premiums. It's very predatory, in my opinion. Again, just my hot take. Again, although if ZBrush wants to sponsor me, I will stop, saying this stuff and chill out as much as I can. Obviously, I'll sell out. I'll do it. Back on. Yeah, Nemesis is eye. Okay, so we're gonna clay build up a little bit here. Listen, I got bills to pay, and if they want me to shut up and start chilling, I'll do it. Let's eliminate this actually, because this part is actually kind of bugging me a little bit. Brush movie. it up a little bit more to the right so we don't get brush clay buildup. Honestly, what I'm essentially doing is creating the muscle tissue prior to the eyelid tissue. Is essentially what I'm really doing. I'm not even lying. Like it's essentially the same thing. We're gonna remove some volume from the cheekbone, and we're gonna move it down a little bit because it's too close to the eyelid now. From the eye, it should be like about like what, an inch, less than an inch off of the eye. So we have to adjust that a little bit too. But it's fine, no biggie. The tear ducts are like kind of like extreme, so we have to like maybe pinch that a little bit more inward, I think. There we go. It's starting to look a little bit better. But I think the NEMESIS reference. I wish I could put it. Oh, you know I can, right? Okay, let's. I think I could. All right, wait 1 sec. Let me see if I can pop out this again. Perfect. Y'all can't see it, right? If I extend it. Okay, cool. So you can't see it until I put it on the screen. It's good. I'm just putting. I'm using pure ref to like kind of get a good illustration of the NEMESIS that I have as a reference. I'm gonna put it on the background so y'all can see it at always on all points. So we're trying to focus on the face more, and I also kind of want to have it like visible for myself. Boop. Perfect. There we go. So the pure ref is now there. Let's move it up a little bit so we can have a tight frame. Okay, cool. So then we can turn off the background. If we see the illustration for the pure ref design, the eyelid it's although we can't see it in very like crazy detail, it is very smooth, and then there's a huge gap where it starts building up in the muscle of the flesh, right? So we need to like essentially establish the skin is more normalized on that area, and then build up into the skull. It basically NEMESIS skull has completely deformed at this point, which is in like an unnatural state, right? So we would have to build up the bottom cheekbone outward more, but then also the fro is like extremely bulged out. The question is the cheekbone more out than the brow? We'll do both, and then we'll see where we go from there, I guess. And I definitely need to bring down the brow. Whoop! Did not want to do that. And then we're gonna zoom in a little bit, solo. Okay. Oh, wrong layer. Back over here. There's some clay buildup. Yep, yep. Solo again, just to get this geometry to be good. There we go. Smooth it out a little bit as we're working on it. We kind of want to have it have a little bit of an arch. We don't want to close out the eyelid too much. And then now the brow, we want to like kind of bring it down more for that look. Yeah, okay, I'll start working the brow. Kind of like it's like connected to the. Yeah, we don't want to like work on it too much to kind of lose its focus of what it is. Just there. Oh, wrong layer. Should be at the eyeball. There we go. It looks like the eyelid's being covered by the brow, right? The top eyelid? Definitely the under eyelid. But then he has very small eyes. Right? Or am I crazy? Well, he definitely has some... He has very small eyes. I don't like that. It feels unnatural. I guess... Yeah... I think it's a little unnatural. But I guess that's what makes Nemesis Nemesis, is like his body mutated so much that like it's almost unrecognizably unnatural. But yeah, the eye socket. Should I maybe raise the size of it a little bit? I think I need to do that a little bit more because I think it's too small now. The eye. If we pop it out a little bit more, then we can adjust, I think, it more manually. Alright, let's do that, actually. Let's merge down again. Merge down. Okay. Merge down. Okay. Of course, when I merge down, I have to remove. We have to put this back in place. Right there. Move this up. Right into the eyeball. There. Lock. Okay. Spin it just a little bit. Like right there. Move it right to our right a little bit. Just a little bit, right? I think it looks better like that. Just a little bit more, right? Oh, the shadow television. Yeah, that is true, right? That's a good point. Alright, we'll keep that in mind then. I think we're gonna raise the size a little bit more too. We're gonna like that and then go left in. We're gonna eat some of this clay on the top over here. Brush clay buildup. Oh. That's fine. Okay. I think I like that a little bit more. Let me see the transparency. Fine. Let me see the floor. We can adjust the eye a little bit more upward, and then just increase the brow size. But I'm liking this a little bit more than it being so small. Because if it's way too small, I think it's unnatural. It's not like Nemesis, like... brush, remove topology, lower the intensity, move this topology. The only thing we're moving it up a little bit more. Right there. And then you said the inside of the eye looks like popping out more, right? So let's pop that up more a little bit. Whoop. Let's group split it again. Split, group split. Okay. Top of the eyebrow. Okay. We obviously don't want it to overextend a little bit, but we're going to try to get as far out as we possibly can without it looking unnatural. Alright, go back to clay buildup. Oh, we're having the eyelid. There we go. A thick layer of brow. Let's smooth this out. Actually, yeah, let's smooth it out before anything. Smooth it out a little bit more. Right there. And then we will do the clay buildup right here, this layer. Whoop. Brush clay buildup right here. And then we're going to subtract a little bit of this. And then we'll build up some clay right here, kind of like almost like the flesh. It's trying to naturally build over it itself to kind of. This is on the lower level actually, yeah. Go back up. On the other levels. I think we will erase these long ones. So put that down a little bit more, just so we can get some of this more. Pulls the damage. Brush fire build up. It's a little too much, I think, for the brow. We're gonna move it down naturally, I think, is the only best course of action. It's starting to look like a little weird, him having such a big brow. We're gonna push it in a little bit more. Like that. We're gonna isolate a little bit. And then we're gonna add some detailing with the damps. But it looks angry. It's like an angry brow, right? So let's try to make it look a little more mad. Because he didn't have his Wheaties, and those dang stars are still alive. Yeah, it's looking better. Let's see. I don't know, because we don't have a side profile in Nemesis. I think we have to actually pull up the original concept art for Nemesis real quick to kind of have an idea what his side profile is looking like. Resident Evil 3 Nemesis concept art. Cool. We found the 2013 one. We'll move that over here. Well, this is the reference from the 2016 game. See, there's a lot more stitching and stuff, but I'm not a big fan of this design too much. I don't like the nose. That's what really bugs me about it. So we're gonna try to find the original 2013 Nemesis concept art. Found it. I'm sorry, the 1998 version of it. Cool. So we got a pretty good side profile. Oh my god, that doesn't even make autonomy like any sense in autonomy. Like, look at that. It's like this is where the skull is, but what the hell is this? Oh, I guess it's the worms, right? I guess the tentacles, like the T virus or the Nemesis virus, extending the outward, causing it to mutate more because of the worms. Let's see from this profile. Do we have any more concept art in Nemesis? Yeah, the weight of the worms would make more sense for it to be like weighing him down. Like conceptually, it makes sense for him to be like. But the whole idea is that the Nemesis is always healing, always mutating at the same time, unlike the G virus. The worm is what keeps it the body without mutating. Therefore, without the worm in there, it's not holding it together. Because if anything, the mass of muscle would start expanding, ripping the flesh apart. That's why the worm is there. Technically, that was the reason why. But in the new games, it was this heart valve thing, which is, I don't like it. I like the idea of it. The worm is like making it more grotesque. Yeah. See how when it's starting to lose control, the worm is trying to like grab it back into control, but it's starting to lose more and more control. And then one of the last concept arts. Okay, so let's go back to Nemi. So seeing that like it's not really like explained really much on the side profile. If we use the other reference over here, it's not really explained too much. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create more body mass, like to like skin connect to that way. I'll add the tendrils as well to kind of give it that classic look. Basically, I'm combining both the classic and the classic Nemesis and the modern Nemesis. Like this reference is really good because he did pretty much all the work already, because he has the Nemesis like from the new era where like his it's not just connected to the bottom of the chin, and he removed the nose, added the stitching back, and then kept the new over the coast stapling on. Only thing I would probably change is maybe rip this off and just make him have his arm out. But otherwise, I think I love this reference. Maybe the tendrils. I don't like it coming out the whole way. I'm gonna adjust mine a little bit more like how Nemesis was in the. Actually, no. I think the original Nemesis was also like that too. Pull up the original Nemesis concept art. Hello, Nemesis. See, it connects like kind of quickly and then expends out again and then through the flesh again, which is what he's doing too in his concept art. So yeah, actually no way, I'm pretty much sticking to it and just adding more of the gore of like the flesh being torn off. Am I gonna get copyrighted for this? Is this scary? No, I'm just concept arting. I'm blocking out, so I'm just not really like anything serious. I don't think I would get in trouble. Immediately gets channel banned. Yeah, I think that's it for the eyelid. I think I want to do something for the eyelid. Brush density. I mean, I got in trouble when I showed the booty in stream. Remember when I was like working on that female model? I got in trouble for that a while back. I think they flagged it as inappropriate content. Okay, so let's build it up right here. And then we're gonna brush density. Turn off this. I don't know if there's something in there. Brush color buildup. Yeah, remember art's, I guess, subjective. Like you can't really arbitrate art because yeah, silliness. I'm not feeling this anymore. Go back to the concept art real quick. Go back. Too much NEMESIS art. Oh, there's lines. I didn't realize that. Oh, look, there's a lot more built up on the side of this, so we can actually do that. Brush clay built up. Try to add more onto this. Maybe too much. Let's bring it down a little bit. Around there. Push clay build up. Let's move the stitching around too. No way it's been 10 hours. Let's change the bedroom, I guess. The bedroom music. Let's do... Which one's another one? You know which one I liked? I like the RE4 one too, I think. Yeah, the RE4 one. There we go. Whoa. Down. Make it lower. Okay. Brush, clay, build. We're gonna build it more here. We've been streaming for a little bit already. It's crazy how fast time goes by when you're like doing art. We're already an hour in. I felt like I've just started like about 10 minutes ago. It's kind of crazy how the house happens. What other details can we add to Nemesis to like kind of really emphasize like the horror of it on his right side, on his left side? I'm sorry. Maybe some more scar tissuing. That's the only thing I can think of, just scar tissuing. Where an ear, oh there we go. When an ear, where an ear should be, it just fused. So it's like, there's just like an empty spot where his ear should be. Because how does he hear commands? Well, I guess they can command him anyway through whatever magic-y stuff, but I think the addition of like without an ear makes it even more. Should we add his stitchings now? Nah, probably not. I'll do it later. I think we're at a good point right now with Nemesis. I think we need to remove a little bit more skin tissue so we can see the bottom of the skin. Ah, frick. My back. I don't know. I need a new chair for drawing. Oh, frick. Because I lean forward a lot because this tablet is like so low. What chair? Don't tell me like a Secret Labs, because if you got a Secret Labs, I'm gonna be mad at you. Because I'm jealous. I really want to get a Secret Lab for just ergonomics. Well, I mean, that's super, like, good for your back, I guess. That's kind of good. You're better than me right now. Like, if I lean forward, I can literally feel my rib poking at my like back. It is not good. I need this chair. I know this is supposed to be a good way to like draw, but I don't know what that position is. If somebody could like reiterate, because it's like standing up straight and like just moving your head down. I don't know how you do that on like a lean monitor, like a monitor that's leaning down. I don't know how people can do that. I think. Oh wait, no, we now have some more wrinkles over here on the top of the brow. Okay, I see it now. It's like that. symmetrical. I'm missing. I think the ear canal is like more inside your, like more to your inside of the ear than right outside. Let me just put this over it. Brush move. Brush move V. Brush move V. Brush move V. There you go. Whoop. Get this tiny skin flap like right over it. That way it looks like it's like. Alright. Kinda looks like Nemesis' head is kinda done, right? Let's now start. Let's start working on the face to the body. Alright, be prepared. Y'all are gonna not be ready for this. Look how normal his body is! It's so normal! It's like, and he has this is Nemesis who. It's like, this is a cool mask. I'm bringing it to Halloween. I was taking a screenshot of it. It looks silly to me. I can't take their Nemesis seriously. I'll shift print. I'm saving this picture. Let me put this somewhere. Alright, so now let's start building up Nemesis. Okay. So Nemesis has like huge shoulder biceps. So we have to increase the volume of that. Probably connect some of the flesh detailing more onto it. We already have the V shape. We can just keep that the same and just build up around it and causing the flesh to tear, right? So let's just add bulk to Nemesis a little bit, and then we'll kind of see how it goes from there. Okay. Brush clay build up. Oh. Brush clay build up. Let's just add some bulk into Nemesis right now. Crap, I don't remember. Are the shoulder muscles connected to the bicep? No, to the tricep? No, right? So it should be just from this point. Okay. And some of the back muscles too, I believe, right? Crap, I don't have an anatomy book on me right now. Let's actually. Okay, have that normal for a second. We will now turn on the x-axis because these are both symmetrical a little bit. Just to build up, just build him up a little bit. He should be more like a that shape, right? And it builds into a triangle in the back muscles. It's like a metric ton of like build up on his neck. It's just all neck muscle basically. Connected to his back too, so we should probably connect the back too. Although it shouldn't make any sense like that. More like that. It almost looks cancerous. Like it's not built up really well. Try to see if we can expand that a little bit more like that. It looks like it's not even connected to the tricep, so like, so just like that, pretty much. Like that, yeah. And then he looks like he has very broad shoulders, I think, in the concept art. Not really that much, actually. We're gonna expand some of the shoulder blades, some of his biceps too, to kind of be more outward a little bit. Right there. No, I don't want to make unified skin. Don't worry, I'm also about to go to get some rest too, because I got work in the morning. So I feel ya. Take care. You're just gonna do some standard drawing. Turn off your brain and just start drawing normally. There we go. Now Nemesis kind of went to the gym a little bit. Except this looks too like a tumor. You're lucky. I wish I can have a day off. I don't know. Again, I can't complain right now. No, like right now people are not even having jobs, so I can't really complain too much. But man, I would just like to have more days so I can. So I'm back doing streaming and stuff. I just wish I had more time now, cause I wanna do everything, but I'm always just so tired lately. No, that doesn't make sense. Muscle wise, it doesn't even make sense. Okay. No. Yeah, just tell me about it. With this economy, actually, I think I read an article just recently saying that like America's right now unemployment rate is higher than our employment rate, which hasn't happened since COVID, like literally since the start of COVID. So I really can't bitch. Like my job, I have to deal with a lot of customers, which I know, just like anybody else, I really don't like doing too much, but I still am very grateful for what I have. Just wish I had more time to do more of my stuff, you know? Oh. Yeah, I feel that. Trust me. I completely understand that too. Alright. Now that we added some bulk, let's add now the unnatural part of the bulk, the mutations. Nemesis has something going from his tricep. Oh, let's turn off symmetry. So we're gonna increase bulk right here, connecting to the collarbone, it looks like. So like something like that. We're gonna extend it a little bit more outward. And then we're going to simplify it a little bit. Like that word. Like that. Then he has some flesh tearing, so it looks like he's trying to connect like this way. Like that. Then we're gonna brush them ski. Bar this, slide this a little bit. Not too thick. There we go. Okay, so then the flesh tears right here, so we need to, oops, brush clay build up. Just like around here is where you'll start seeing more evidence of the tentacle. And then over here, I'll expand outward a little bit more. There's something going on over here. You see that? What is this? Is that the tentacle? It is, right? Or is that the flesh? Because there's a tentacle. It needs to. We need to lower this a little bit more so we can see that. Ah, we don't. It doesn't have to be 1-to-1. That's fine. Overthinking again. Ow! What the heck bit me? Is that a spider? Ow! I think it's a tentacle, right? Yeah, it looks like it's a tentacle. Is that an ant? No, something bit my toe. Ow. What the heck? Ow. Is that an ant or a spider? I can't tell. That was a really sharp one. Okay. It's fine. We're good. We're good. We're not in Australia. If I was in Australia and I got bit by an ant or a spider, I'll be a little bit more nervous. But we're not, so it's okay. Brush Stansky. Then I would be nervous a little bit more. And it goes around to his... Okay. So the question is, does I connect it back to the head, and then, because if it's controlling his brain, right? If the end parasite is controlling the entire body and puppeteering it, right? The only logical thing would be the tentacles going back to the brain and connected back off the brain into another part of the other limb. That's my logic about it. And maybe like the spinal column has like a tentacle also within it to control the main body, right? Like, I'm trying to think about it like the geometry or like the idea of how this works, right? Because if I connect it this way and then connect it to the other broad shoulder, where the hell is the worm controlling it from? If it's all inside of his head, that makes more sense. So I was thinking maybe connect it back to the head, and then another one connected maybe from the spine offward to cause that effect of like, oh, you know? I don't know, just spitballing here. Let's add some necrotic decay now to the flesh a little bit, I guess. Alright, brush clay build up. Some of the subdivision right here. Remove some of the subdivision right here and build around it. Remove some of the subdivision right here and build around this. Some of this too. Goes around it. If you have tryptophobia, it's kind of starting to look like tryptophobia around his neck a little bit, right? Like if somebody who has that like fear of holes. This is how you start getting those people. Then we have a little bit more here removed, and then we have some of the neck removed as well, looks like. I think we need a little more clay buildup from the neck muscle, I think. Do you have clay buildup? Right, it looks like a little bit of tryptophobia. Ooh, okay, you know what? I have an idea. A crazy, stupid idea, but maybe... So, since it is worms, you can kind of see them kind of like in the body. Like the little bit of worms that are like small still. Some of his veins will have like some of the protrusions through it. Yeah, this, I'm not feeling this. I don't know what to do with the back of the head. The back of the head is like frustrating. We're gonna, like I said, we're gonna connect it here. So I'm gonna create a little bit of clay buildup here, brush clay buildup. We're gonna create like a sphere, so like that. Create it more outward a little bit more, like that. Then just kind of create the the layering. And then we're going to remove some of the layering from the outward part of the... And then we're going to try to more... We're going to mask it a little bit nicer. All right, yeah, I'm starting to like the block out of this. It's looking pretty clean. Nemesis is starting to take form. And then the part that I wanted to connect is right here in the central spinal column, and then we're just gonna make it straight it out, like it's just going from here to the brain, and the spinal column version will go down here, connecting to the broad shoulder. Do I want to divide yet? No, we're not going to divide yet. Yeah, okay, might as well. Do a little bit for myself. Yeah, it's looking good. The sum of the subdivision, it looks nice. Okay, cool. We're going to remove the subdivision because we don't want to see that yet. We want to try to do as much as we can under the 39,000 polygons we currently have. All right. Add more like core here. Even though you can't really see it too much, we also want to add it onto it. Same thing with this side too. Just gonna build up around it. Brush dampen. Ah, brush clay bezel. actually, you know what? I think it's a good spot to call it right here. We got 20 more minutes actually. Well, 14 more minutes. All right, let's see if we can do more. Push it a little bit further. Because I want to clean. I want to stop at 2 hours. I don't want to stop too early, actually. To be honest with you. No, we made a lot of progress. So I just want to keep working on it. So build up right here. Most of the triceps. See how it looks divide up. Much cleaner. All right, let's add the tentacle. And to make a tentacle, we will just use sphere because I am. Or I guess we can do. Yeah, let's make a sphere and then we can do it on the x-axis maybe. Sorry, so trying to think, what can we do for the tentacle stuff? So luckily, it's not too much. I just have to connect this part right here to here. Well, create a false one here, then connect this one to here, and then connect this one all the way around back to the top of his shoulder. So it's not too much tentacle stuff, luckily. Ooh, yeah, I see a detail we kind of missed. Okay, so go back down in subdivision. Hey, Eller, how are you? How you been? I feel like I haven't seen you in forever. Thank you for making this stream, bud. How are ya? Well, to be fair, I haven't seen you because I haven't been streaming. But that, I guess that's to be more exact. How are you, bud? Oh, cool. Hey, thanks for stopping by even though you just finished the stream. I know it's exhausting right after a stream to come to another stream. So I appreciate you. Thank you for coming. Right now we're finishing up on Nemesis. We're about to take a break. Oh, thank you. We were listening to the Resident Evil 3 one, but we already passed the hour mark, so right now I'll go into Resident Evil 4. But yeah, no, we're working on Nemesis a little bit. Still doing some blockout phase. We finished up a lot of the phase. Yeah, we finished up a lot of the phase. We're gonna add some of the tentacles. So I was having an idea for the tentacles. In the original Nemesis, he had tentacles connecting to his body. So the idea was that the antivirus is controlling all, because the antivirus is what prevents Nemesis from mutating so far. So the logical step was to, like, how do I make the worm thing more logical? So we're going to connect it to the brain, to the brainstem, and then connect the other part of it going and wrapping around to the body. That way it's like technically the worm's controlling Nemesis, or this version of the tyrant, which is Nemesis. Instead of like how they have it in the modern adaptation with the tube just wrapping around his body, which I never really liked too much. We're right now just paying attention to some of the rotting details. It's just a little difficult, especially when we don't have like super clean reference for like. I mean, I could pull up rotting flesh, but I think I'll get demonetized, so I don't want to do that anyway. I don't have the stomach, nor do I have the time to really look at decaying art. Alright, so the question is, should I make the flesh on his jaw like kind of like dangling, or should I keep it as is? I think I like it as is, because with the dangling stuff, it doesn't look really super good. So we're gonna try to make it look like the skin peeled. The only way to do that is just by eliminating some of the flesh into more of the chin area. There you go, like that. Although we are just working with a bust, I wanted to add a little bit. I wanted to add the overcoat, but then we're like working a little bit too much. I just wanted to do this like a quick little project. Let us actually. There's one more thing I have to do about the teeth. I want to make one more set of teeth, I think. Duplicate. Rotate. Push it in a little bit. There we go. That's bugging me. We're gonna merge down. Merge down. Yes. Whoa, whoa, whoa! What hidden subtool? I hate when it has like a hidden subtool. Split hidden. Okay, there they are. Merge down. Yes. What subtool are you grabbing onto? How many set teeth did I make? Those, that one. Hidden. Merge down, okay. Merge down, okay. There you go, full set of teeth. What's this one? What are you? Merge down. Okay. Okay, so you are connected to something. We're going to delete also the hidden for this one. And then merge down. Okay. Cool. Delete hidden. Oh. Merge down, okay, cool. The shadowing is looking a little bit better. Let's take a look at the reference real quick and let's see how the shadow looks on this angle. The shadows are a little harsher, so we need to build up over here a little bit more. And then bring it down. We have to angle it more vertically and then angle it downward to get that shadow really covering the eyelid a little bit more. I think we got pretty much cool in the shadow and red in this department. The catch light's getting in some pretty cool fill light since it's going more from this angle over here onto now Nemesis. So I think it's starting to look it's starting to take a lot of shape more. We are almost there. I think we have to add one more set of teeth in the bottom row for here on here, because Nemesis on, I think his top row of teeth is really like a lot better than his bottom row of teeth. But again, if you look at it from straightforward, it looks fine. You don't really see it too much, but obviously teeth is kind of important for a body to really have. Let's see. We'll work on the tentacle stuff in tomorrow or next time on stream. I'll try to like make sure to work on other stuff on the meantime, because I think the worst thing I can do is just stagnate and not work on any art, because that's like been a problem with me, and I really need to find a reason to start doing art, and this is a good enough reason to like keep going, especially when it's something I really like doing, like monsters, which I think I have more fun doing than humans, because humans are too complex and I dislike it. I don't dislike it, I'm lying, I'm tripping. It's more like I find it tedious, because I feel like I'm very bad at anatomy, and the only way to get better at anatomy is by actually studying and practicing, and I don't have time for that anymore. Thank you, I appreciate that. It's I think it's looking good too. I don't know how to add some more rotting details. I think that's kind of like the thing I'm like struggling a little bit with. We need to do, oh right, we saw what we needed to do. Brush clay build up. We're gonna build this up a little bit more in this little area. It's like a triangle anyway, so we want to add like that, and then we will add some of the detail in a second too. Brush dempsey. More like that, and then we'll add more of the contouring right here. And then we said we need to expand this out. Brush my V. We're gonna expand this out a little bit more, and then angle it. I need to crop that out. Why do I have you? I thought I put it in a square. There you go. Didn't nail it. Right here. There we go. Yeah, that's true. I mean, definitely when you're working on creatures, you have just more range to do stuff. Absolutely agree. It's just because it's all based on your imagination. Although Nemesis is a pre-existing character, I like the idea of like the tentacle thing I was talking about. But brush my V. Try to pull that off a little bit more, and then we want to angle it downward more, like that. So now when the shadow is cast, yeah, much better. Although it's catching too much of the center eye, we're gonna lift it up just a wee bit more. Oh, like right there. Much better. I think with the shadowing, it looks way cleaner. Okay, cool. Let's add a little bit more rotting detail. Oh, what time is it? Oh, fucking. All right. Unfortunately, this is the limit of my time. Oh. Whoa, what happened there? I turned into a Hank Hill for a second there. Oh, Bobby. Bobby, no. Yeah, unfortunately, due to me having work in the morning, I have to call it here. I really want to keep going, but I think we made a lot of good progress. I think next week we should be able to finish up. We're already almost done with the blockout phase. We just have to add more detail in certain areas, but otherwise, I think we pretty much got it down. I think we just need to add a little bit more detail in certain areas. Like right here, I want to add a little bit more. I don't know what. Oh, you know what? Before I go, actually, since we are right here, brush move V, clay build up. Brush clay build up. Go back, please. Thank you. We're gonna add a little bit more of the build up right here, and then what we're gonna do is that we're gonna add brush template. No, we're gonna add this. Ah, I'm getting distracted. Okay, okay, stop. I gotta stop. Let's quick save. We'll quick save before this crashes on me like it always does. Let's pop up the vision a little bit, and then we'll add the BRP. Yeah, it's looking good. Now we have to work in the internal muscles. That I definitely did not work on that too much. I really, if you look at it, it is the goofiest thing. It's the goofiest thing in the whole world. We're gonna expand on this side more, and we're basically gonna create an entire mesh out of it to kind of get some of that effect of the flesh like decaying. Yeah, it's like inside Nemesis' head, he's just a cone head. That's how Nemesis looks in the inside. The evil peanut head. From this to this is the funniest thing in the world. But yeah, we're gonna build him up a little bit more on the flesh side in here. So we're gonna build it up so we can see some of the decaying like skin, just like how we have it like out like that. We're gonna try to get some of it so we can have it to pop out, so like there's something to bounce off of. And then we're just gonna start coloring it. Actually, you know what? We can do this right now. I think we can. See, add, make it red. Go back to Nemesis and make that white. And then turn that on. See, add RGB, more like that. And then this one will go back to white. Oh, I'm dumb. Boop. Like that. Fill object. And then we'll go back to Nemesis. Make him. See? This is what I meant. Like, you see how some of the decaying parts we can like really get that color? That's a canon lore. But see, now if we see the red with the pop out, you can see more of the detailing that I really wanted to go for with the rotting. So that's why I think we're gonna expand on it a little bit more on the next stream. Kind of flesh them out so that these parts that are like with holes should be able to see the inner part of the flesh and to get that more gore-centric look for Nemesis. But yeah, should we pass this drawing stream to the next person? Who's right now streaming that's doing art? Somebody's working out, job simulator, work, a lot of Monster Hunter stuff. Are you doing art? You're not doing art. Is no one working on art? It's kind of tedious. All right, let me pop it out. We got twitchtv.com//word, and then from my other people, are you guys okay with watching somebody playing the First Berserker cons? I guess I can pass it there. All right, so I'll just wrap it up regardless. Thank you everybody for coming. I really appreciate you. We're gonna continue this next week. Probably I'll leave Nemesis alone and I'll start working on a dinosaur or something like that. But otherwise, yeah, I'm gonna make sure like we can keep doing more art streams like this because I really do miss this. Hopefully work won't kill me and we won't start so late at 11 o'clock. But yeah, no, it's all down to luck, I guess. So yeah, again, thank you everybody for coming, and I hope you guys enjoyed the raid. We're gonna send them to Creeper. It's a great person, so just let him know where we're sending him from. Let me just grab his name. There we go. Take care everybody, have a good night. And then for my YouTubers, if you're still here, there you go. And for my YouTubers who are still here, I also really appreciate you guys for coming. Although I didn't pretty much interact with you because you guys never talk here, because I don't think anybody ever watches on YouTube. But still, if you're watching the VOD, thank you for watching. And I'll see y'all next time. Take care everybody. Bye bye. Matane. Oyasumi.